7 months ago, I started on YouTube with a handful of subscribers and a dead channel. Now, 7 months later, I have almost 24,000 subscribers on my channel. I am a full-time content creator, and I'm living the life of my dream where I get to share my passion with the world and help others to grow their channel. And in this video, I want to share how you can get here too. If you are striving to be on YouTube, if you want to be a YouTuber, you want to have a successful business on YouTube, today I would like to share tips that I think helped me to get to this point so quickly. So number one is authenticity. You need to show up as yourself. You need to be yourself. You need to be who you are, be at the level you're at, share whatever you have to share, but share it from a place of honesty and sincerity. I think that will help you to go very far on YouTube. We no longer want to be taught by people who put us down, or taught things by people who don't do what they say they do, or don't walk the talk. We want to be surrounded by people that are inspiring and that actually are doing what they say they're doing and helping us to get somewhere, not just showing us or telling us what to do, but actually showing us how to do it. I think that is a really important key if you want to succeed on YouTube. You don't just show up authentically, but you also truly help people. You're here to really help them succeed at whatever it is that you want to share. And you do that by actually showing them how to do things. The old way on YouTube was just say the what you do, what you need to do, but they never showed how to do it. On my channel, I always show you how to do something. I tell you what you need to do. I show you how to do it. I actually go in my computer, show you step by step how to do something so that you can get those results. And if you do that for your viewers, they will keep coming back because they are growing from your channel. They are learning something from your channel. You're not just saying what to do and then, hey, buy my course to learn how to do it. You actually share on your YouTube channel how to do something. And then if they want more from you, they can buy coaching from you. They can buy courses from you. But in order to get people to subscribe to you in the first place, you need to give them something. You need to give them tools and techniques, tips, tricks, things that will help them evolve beyond where they are right now and help them get to where they want to go based on what you're offering on your channel, whether that is how to be a vegan, whether that is how to lose weight, whether that's how to learn YouTube, whatever it is, how to manage your finances better, whatever it is, you need to actually show them how to do it. And that will keep people coming back to your channel. You don't need to keep things close to your chest. You don't need to keep your cards close to your chest and hide certain things so that people will buy stuff from you. I totally disagree. I think share as much as you possibly can. Give as much information as you possibly can to people, and that will keep them coming back because they know that you're there to truly help them. And then if they do want more from you, they will buy something from you. But if they don't, that's okay too, because you're here for a purpose of helping people. And if that is your main driving factor of your channel to really, truly help people, you will succeed on YouTube. That is another factor that I think has played into my success on YouTube so fast, is that I actually sincerely want to help people. I want to show them by example that you can do this. I want to show them that if you're a mom, you can do this, that if you're over 40, you can do this, that if you have no skills on YouTube, you can do this by learning the simple skills of YouTube, learning how to tell a story, learning how to structure your videos. There's ways and steps that you can take to be successful on YouTube. You just have to learn them and apply what you're learning, and you will grow on YouTube. Another piece of advice would be to be consistent. I wouldn't be where I was if I wasn't consistently showing up every week on YouTube, posting videos, even when I'm tired, even when I'm sick, even when things are blowing up in my family at home, I still show up and post videos, right? And I posted 3 videos a week up until a month ago. Now I'm posting 2 videos a week. I was posting 3 videos a week for 6 months in a row on very little sleep. I have 3 children. I'm very busy. I'm a tired mom, but I did it and I showed up and I keep showing up. And that is what it takes. Consistency is key on YouTube if you want to succeed on YouTube. You can't just do it for a week, then not show up for a few months, then come back again. No, you really need to be consistent. And you also really need to believe in yourself, because there's a lot of times on YouTube where you're not going to see growth, where you're going to see it's going to be very slow. You're not going to get the views you want. It's not going to grow as fast as you thought it would. Or there's just going to be weeks that your videos you worked really hard on fell flat. If you don't push through those moments and keep showing up, then you're not going to grow your channel because you're going to give up too easily. You cannot give up easily on YouTube. YouTube is not for the weak at heart. You really need to have resilience. You need to be tough. You need to ignore the analytics sometimes and just power through and just keep showing up, because it really does work. If you are consistent, if you are authentic, if you provide value, if you truly are there to help people and try to help people learn and try to help people go from point A to point B, if that is truly your purpose, to share your passion and share your knowledge with people, you will succeed on YouTube if you continue to show up and keep showing up even when it gets hard. And one of the other things is to continually strive to improve. So if you have 1 week you're like, you didn't like your video because it was too dark, then the next week make sure your video is brighter. If your sound was bad, then the next week try to make better quality sound. If your title was it was a dud, try to change the title for the next week. Work on learning how to make better titles. If your thumbnail was crap, try to make a better thumbnail the next week. So always strive to improve something in your video, thumbnail, title, description, affiliate links, whatever. Try to improve each week. That will also help you with your growth on YouTube, because if you're continually striving to improve, then your videos and everything is always, the package is always going to be getting better. And so people are going to continually come back because they're going to notice, wow, she changed her audio. Now she sounds much better. When I first started listening to her, her audio was terrible. She's obviously making an effort to improve. She's listening to our comments and respond to comments. That's another thing. I try to respond to all the comments on my page. I'm getting a little behind right now, to be honest, but I do try to respond to all the comments and building that community. If you build a sense of community, that will also help your channel to grow faster, because people will feel loyal and they will also want to promote your stuff and share your stuff. So creating a loyal community is really important as well. So yeah, let's jump into my computer. I'll show you all the statistics. And the reason I want to show you the statistics so badly is because I want you to see how it fluctuates, how it goes from having an amazing week of like 2,000 subscribers gained in 1 week to maybe only 600 or 152 or 30 subscribers gained the next week. So it does fluctuate. It is a roller coaster ride, but maybe by seeing my analytics over time for the past 7 months, you will see that there is this fluctuation that does happen, and maybe it will inspire you to keep going when you feel like things are dropping. Things have dropped for me many times, but they still pick right back up again. And it really just depends on your strategy with YouTube and what you want to achieve. So you can achieve a lot. You can become a full-time content creator quite easily on YouTube with not that many subscribers. I already had a business going at I think I was 3 months into YouTube, and I already had a consulting firm, and I was making good money from just consulting, from coaching, and I didn't have anything else in place. So I think that you really can make a success out of this and potentially leave your 9 to 5 rather quickly if you dump your heart and soul into YouTube and really go with it and strive for it. It was like all or nothing for me. I was just like, I went all in, and it has totally that mental attitude of like, I'm not giving up. It really helped me to succeed and to continue to succeed. So that's another bit of advice that I would say is having faith in yourself, having the confidence to do it, to trust that if it worked for other people, why wouldn't it work for you? I mean, if they just did the simple thing of showing up, try to provide value, stay consistent, were authentic, tried to give the best value that they could with every video and strive to improve, and they did it, why can't you do it? So let's jump into my computer. I'll show you the statistics now, and you can have a look for yourself and see if this is something you think you could do, because I most definitely think you could do it if you are willing to show up and do the work. But it's up to you ultimately, and hopefully this will inspire you to get on YouTube, because I do think it's an amazing platform and one that I am so happy I decided to jump in with both feet and run with, because now my life is completely different and I absolutely love my job. I really 100% love my job and all the wonderful people I meet and interact with, and helping and watching their channels grow as well. It's so rewarding and so fun to see life breathe back into people after they've been feeling dull or bored with life, or after midlife, when life is just so busy and it's all about everyone else. It's not about you anymore, and you get to come back to life. It's really fun to watch people experience that, and it's also really fun to watch people experience their first 100 subscribers, their first 1,000 subscribers, getting monetized. It's all such a fun journey. So I definitely want to encourage you to get on YouTube if you're not on YouTube yet, and if you are on YouTube and you're struggling, just hang in there. It's worth it. Just continually strive to improve, and notice where you're lacking. Like watch other successful YouTubers, see what they're doing well and see what's missing from your channel, and honestly answer that question. Like, what is missing from my channel? Why am I not growing? And then fix that, rectify it. If it's your titles that are bad, make better titles. If it's your video quality that's poor, make better videos. There is a way to overcome everything, all the hurdles that you will face. There is a way to overcome it. And you know what? There are videos on YouTube on how to do exactly that. So just research. If you see your thumbnails are bad, research. How do I make better thumbnails? How do I make better titles? How do I brighten up my videos? How do I make better audio quality? All of those things are all available at your fingertips on YouTube. So there is no reason why you can't succeed. And I'm here cheering you on, and I wish you the best with it. But let's jump into my computer now, and I will share my statistics with you. Okay, so here we are in my computer, and we can see the weeks from my whole journey here. So week 1 through week 29. And you can see the amount of subscribers I had at the point of each week. And then you can also see the subscribers gained right here each week. So right off the bat, I want to say the first week I posted when I revived my channel was I posted how I was going to do a monetization journey. And I got 172 new subscribers. I can make this bigger actually. I got 172 new subscribers that week. The very next week, I got 17. The week after that, 11. Right then, I could have given up. I could have been like, oh, this isn't as easy as I thought it would be, because 3 weeks of doing 3 videos a week, and I was only getting 11 subscribers in the third week after getting 172 in the first week. It was like, oh, why bother, right? But then the next week, if I had quit here, the next week, I got 95 subscribers in 1 week. And then the next week, 25 again, and 41 and 39. But then this week, week 8, 2 months in, 1,500 subscribers in 1 week, right? So it goes up and down. And I really want to emphasize that to you all. And then look at this. It went up to 1,693. Then I got monetized. Then after that, it dropped because I was new to YouTube. I still had no idea what I was doing. And it dropped all the way down to 152 subscribers from 1,540 all the way down. I could have thought, okay, it's over. This was my big blast. I got monetized and now I'm done. I'm a wash up. It's all over. But no, then that very next week, just when you start to get frustrated, right? If I had let this frustrate me, this probably would have been a very big point of frustration. I would have been like, oh my gosh, it's just going to keep going down. But then that very next week, it starts going up and going up and going up. And then I gained 3,000, almost 4,000 subscribers in 1 week on week 20. And so that and then now it's going down again. It's dropping, and then it went up and then it dropped and went up and it went up. And it dropped, and now it's going up again, And so I just want to show that the amount of subscribers you gain each week is going to fluctuate, and it really depends on what strategy you're using, on whether or not how many subs you get. And subscribers gained is really not the biggest thing. It's like how loyal of those subscribers that you are gaining. Just to get subscribers is not going to sustain your business. You want to actually get subscribers that are there because they want to listen to what you have to offer. Another thing I want to show you is that it took me, till week 8 to cross over the 1,000 threshold. So 2 months it took me to gain over 1,000 subscribers. And then at 8 weeks, I crossed the 1,000 subscriber threshold. And very quickly after that, I was already almost at 4,000 within 2 weeks, 6,000 within 3 weeks. It was very quick growth here. But then it slowed down, and it took me a very long time to get to, say, 10,000 subscribers. And I passed over the 10,000 subscriber threshold in week 20. And now I'm almost at, the 20,000 subscriber threshold. Took another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. So 6 weeks to get from 10,000 to 20,000. And it took from, 1,000... or to get to the first 10,000, basically, it took 20 weeks. So the time amount is shortening between the milestones of subscribers. So that's also something to think about too. Like the beginning can be quite slow, but then there's moments of really big growth, and then it might be slow again, but then it's all in all, it's speeding up. And on average, if I average all of this up for the past 7 months, divided by how many subscribers I've gained, it's about 3,300 subscribers per month that I'm gaining. However, if we look at it this way, if we add these up, the first month was about 300 subscribers. The second month was 1,676 subscribers. I'm looking down here, it's adding it up for me. The third month was almost 5,000 subscribers. The fourth month was 1,500 subscribers. The sixth, am I on sixth, fifth? I don't know, fourth, fifth month, whatever. Almost again 5,000. Then the next month was then 5,600. 3,000 basically, and now 1,000 for this last week. So you can just see how much it fluctuates. You can also see how much it fluctuates with impressions, and also estimated revenue fluctuates quite a bit as well. So one week I'm making 192, another week I'm making 876, another week 583, another week 368. Back down to 199, 280. So this is also fluctuating, the estimated revenue, as well as the RPM is fluctuating quite dramatically as well, from 432 up to 14, down to 10, now back up to 13, 14 again. So it's going up and down. So there's a lot of variables that are going up and down on this journey. And I hope that by showing you this and my screen and my journey, that, and you can pause the screen to look at this in more detail, and I'll scroll down in a second so you can get the other portion of it. To see this in more detail, just to understand that the journey is rocky, it is up and down, but that doesn't mean you should give up. It just shows that something's happening. At least you're gaining subscribers, right? This whole time, at least I've been gaining subscribers. Even when I dropped all the way down to 152 subscribers for a week, after having had 16, almost 1,700 subscribers in 1 week, I still stuck with it, even though it looked like it was going bad. It came right back again. And then it was 3,700 in 1 week instead of 2,000 in 1 week. So, I think just keep the energy up, keep the positivity up, and know that it will fluctuate and that your journey, it will be volatile, but just stick with it and you can make a full-time career out of this and help people and change the world and live the life you want to live. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.